Hey there, this is Eugene and Brian, and welcome to our FOA. Our FOA will focus on a star athlete named Odell Beckham Jr., and he is currently a wide receiver for the New York Giants.
Odell has become wildly popular and is setting the league ablaze, making 3 Pro Bowls in his first 4 seasons and setting receiving records along the way, getting the most receiving yards by a rookie in NFL history. He's becoming popular throughout the nation and is one of the game's biggest rising stars.
His popularity doesn't come without consequences. His influence can be measured by the fact that his jersey was the 10th most sold jersey in the league this year. Despite this influence, though, he's branded as a controversial figure in sports due to his many attitude problems, as well as people viewing him as a prima donna. To really look at the public opinion of Odell, we took an article from 24/7 Sports that analyzes and offers commentary to some of his recent actions.
In order to determine the public opinion of Odell Beckham Jr. and what the media thinks of him, we're going to examine an article by 24/7 Sports about an interview he had prior to a game between the New York Giants, his team, and the Carolina Panthers. 24/7 Sports is a popular sports media site that focuses only on major American sports, most notably baseball, basketball, and obviously football. In the first quote we are going to use, the word bizarre really intrigued us. In this context, we feel that the word really questioned the choice of Odell as the pregame interview, which in turn would imply that he is the face of the franchise or the player on the team that represented the team as a whole. By questioning this choice, the article really challenges Odell's maturity and ability to represent the team, which is an honor that's bestowed upon players that are not only good, which Odell obviously is, making 3 Pro Bowls in his first 4 years and setting the league ablaze by breaking records along the way, but it's bestowed upon those that have upstanding character as well. In turn, it's implying not only is that he's a prima donna, but he doesn't have the personality. He's too self-centered to really be somebody that represents the team, and he doesn't have the personality that you'd want to be the face of the franchise. In the next quote we're going to analyze, the article a little more directly accuses Odell of having this self-centered, immature identity. The words slyest, disrespectful, and tired of being held back all caught our attention. The word slyest conveys an underhanded, passive-aggressive jab at the team and the centerpiece of the team, the quarterback, especially combined with the word disrespectful and the subject of what they're talking about, quarterback Eli Manning. By saying Odell's comments about Eli Manning were disrespectful, the article does a number of things. First, it conditions the reader's response to what Beckham actually said in the interview itself. No matter what the reader would have thought of the interview, or no matter how much they like Beckham, they will walk in with the preconceived notion in the back of their mind that the feedback he was given was disrespectful, as the word was used, but that it was also non-constructive, and it was almost like a personal attack against the quarterback Manning. Now, the quarterback is really the centerpiece of a football team, and just because of the nature of the position, they're really the leader. So it's almost as if the article is accusing Odell of undermining the team camaraderie with these comments. This even further adds to the article, using words to try to paint Odell in the picture of a self-centered prima donna. Last but not least, the phrase "tired of being held back" implies that Odell feels that he's better than the rest of their offense, and the inadequacy, once again, especially the centerpiece of the team, Manning's inadequacy, was limiting his amazing potential, looking down on the rest of the team.
Another quote from the article that caught our attention was this quote you see right here. The article specifically uses the phrase "has with the Giants" when describing the conflict between the team and Odell. By using this phrase, the conflict instead no longer is between the team and Odell. It instead becomes complaints of Odell to the team about the team. This paints a picture, as mentioned before, of Odell being very self-centered and above the team. Lastly, the article says this about Odell as well. The words that really caught our eyes were these right here. When referring to another player, they describe him as a true leader. This implies that Odell is not a true leader and that he does not have the maturity to be one as well. It makes it seem as that Odell is just someone who's trying to be something that they are not. In contrast to the public opinion of Odell, let's look at what he thinks about himself. The best place we found to really understand what Odell thinks about himself was on his Facebook video series titled I Am More. For this instance, we specifically looked at the 10th episode in the series, which was called Leave Your Mark, because we thought that Odell provided the most clear thoughts on himself in that video. The video takes you on a 10-minute journey through Odell's tattoos, the process of getting his tattoos, as well as what they mean to him. Along the way, he shares some very introspective comments about what he aims to be as well. Here's something that we thought was very important that he said.
And that's always the thing is like I don't do this for like a me thing. Like I don't do it so I can like make myself feel better. Like it's really to inspire other people in whichever way that is. Like it makes me feel good when I can do my best at my craft, but it doesn't like fulfill me on the inside to do that. Like inspiring other people fulfills me on the inside.
In this clip, Odell used the word inspire a lot. Through the use of this word, he's really trying to convey the message that he isn't completely selfish and only thinking about himself. Especially when he says how he inspires other people that really drives him to get better. He's really trying to show that it isn't for his own personal glory, but rather to spread positivity with the influence that he has. Here's another clip with a similar sentiment.
Legendary. That was kind of the theme, legendary. You know, to me, it reminds me of like that black and white mural of like a bunch of legendary and iconic people. And that's kind of something I always try to emulate, is to be legendary.
In this clip, the specific words try and emulate really have the greatest effects on the audience. Instead of claiming that he's essentially a living legend or an amazing player or anything of the sort, he tells us that he tries to emulate being a real legend. This really tells us, the audience, that he isn't stuck up with himself, and that he doesn't think he's at a level which he can call himself legendary yet. By using those words, he paints a picture of a humble Odell who is striving for greatness and doing everything he can in order to one day reach that level of legendary.
So with this like Facebook video / TV show, what we really feel that Odell is trying to do is that he's trying to bring the audience's attention away from the stereotype of him as a prima donna and really see him as like an introspective like team player sort of person. However, it's kind of ironic because like in the video he says that you should do things because you want to do them, not because of like other pressure from other people or you just want to do what other people say. However, in a way, isn't that what this video is? Because throughout the video, it's so obviously true that a large purpose, if not the only purpose of this video, is just to change people's minds about him, to make people see him in a light that he wants to be seen. So, if that's really the reason why he's doing this video, then isn't he breaking his own principle? And in a way, it brings into question the rest of what he's saying in the video, and how legitimate it is to him. Additionally, throughout the video, he tries too hard to be deep, and we feel this kind of shows that he's doing this video because he wants to seem, less shallow to the viewer, and he's not doing this video just because he truly feels that this is a message that needs to get out.
Everything in the video was clearly in stark contrast to the opinions housed in the article we looked at before. The language of the article painted Odell in a very selfish and self-centered light, while the language of the videos tell a different story of a more humble Odell who values inspiring other people as well as letting that drive him to strive to one day indeed become legendary. We looked at the language of both sources, but the answer still isn't really clear what Odell Beckham Jr. really is like. In reality, it may just be a combination of both of them, but that's up to you to make your judgment. So, thank you for watching.